And remember, there's plenty of goings on in the Madonna verse.
You know she'll take you there.
Okay, there's plenty of goings on in the Madonna verse.
You know she'll take you there. I'm still going to forget, but you know.
All right, here we go. Good. I've been texting Liberty that all day. I'm like, just randomly, I'm like, there's plenty of goings on in the Madonna verse.
And my first answer was like, oh, really?
If he does that and you just let out a big old Madonna belch, I will die laughing.
Hi, I'm Madonna.
Hi, I'm also Madonna.
I love how she does that.
She can burp on cue. It's pretty good.
It's insane.
Right, we're up. Behave yourselves.
Why she wouldn't?
Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Who's our example, guys? Behavior, please.
Sure.
Don't repress yourself.
It's overrated.
Express yourself.
Madonna forever. Madonna forever. Madonna forever. Madonna forever.
You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica, Ciccone. Hello, everybody. What a wonderful weekend here in Portofino, celebrating the Queen's birthday. How are we tonight?
Hey, guys, it's Tony, and tanti auguri a Madonna. I think that means happy birthday, Madonna.
Oh.
I don't speak any Italian, but I'm in my favorite Italian house. As you can see from my background, those of you who are only listening, I am between the thighs of the Queen. Happy birthday to her and me. Hey, everybody, it's Ben.
And buongiorno. I don't know any other Italian, like in a pasta, ricotta. You know, it's Stefan. Welcome to another episode of MLVC. Yeah, we're coming to you live from not Portofino, Italy, because yet again, that's the 6th year in a row that we've been running this show, and our invitations to Madonna's birthday bash have gotten lost in the mail. So maybe next year is the year. Lucky number 7.
TikTok, Madonna, we're waiting. TikTok.
I have a feeling we need to be virile young men under the age of 30 to be invited to this shindig.
Or stalwart elderly gentleman with a global fashion house.
Or a long-time gal pal.
Exactly. Yeah, Debbie was there, right?
Debbie was there.
I'll settle for being a bodyguard.
Yeah. No, Debbie Mazar and her husband live in Italy now, so that was easy.
Yeah, it's an easy commute. It's a little gondola across the water, you know.
Slide down the Vineyard Hill.
Yeah. Right there. Well, we'll just jump right in. Because as we all know, there are plenty of goings on in the Madonna verse.
You know she'll take you there.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Without any prompting from me.
Nope. I was just a natural there. Couldn't you tell?
Yeah, that's right. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. It's time for a little This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
As we all know, it was Madonna fans' global holiday, i.e. Madonna's birthday. 66 years young. Wow. She decided to go to Italy, which is actually kind of funny because for a couple of months, I was thinking about going to Italy, to the Amalfi Coast at the same time. And I ended up, the tickets were too expensive. And I was like, I don't got it in me. But had I known that Madonna was going to be there, I would have been like, oh, what's $3,000 round trip for airfare if I could go stalk Madonna in Italy?
If you'd done it, she definitely would have chosen, it would have been Morocco or somewhere. So it's fine. Everybody would have been there, so, you know.
Yeah, I needed an inside tip in order to know in advance, but oh well, what are you going to do? Yes, so just a little context, in case you hadn't been paying attention to her social media, Madonna was a guest of designers Dolce and Gabbana at their private residence in Portofino. She had a private evening tour of the famed Italian archaeological site of Pompeii, where Sogno di Volare, aka Dream of Flying, which is a project that lets local youth act in classical performances at the ancient theater in the archaeological park of Pompeii. They performed for her, and former Celebration tour dancers James Vuon-Pham and Danielle Sibili were invited to perform for her with a choreographed number that, according to James's Instagram, was thrown together in a mere couple of days. So, but yeah, let's talk about, there's, as of airing tonight, which is post Madonna's birthday, there's not been as many details about her birthday being leaked as normal. Like normally I feel like we've gotten like video footage, you know, like lots of, but it's been very sort of
Hush, hush.
Yeah, more like paparazzi photos and video.
Very demure, very mindful.
It's very demure.
Oh my
very
God.
mindful. Can we pause for a second? I had
What
to
is
ask.
that? Where
I
does
had
that
to,
come from?
I had to
From a
ask somebody.
TikTok.
Yeah, I had to ask
That's
somebody.
why I
I was
don't
like,
know.
"What is this? What? Where is this coming from?" And Mark Cifuentes, who we've had on the show, he told me, and I was like, "That's it." Like I thought it was going to be something
And it
bigger.
spread that far in like 12 hours. I'm like, why?
Well, and
It
I was like,
is funny.
I was like,
mean,
why? I'm like, we're funny. Like,
no, but I'll tell you, like culturally, like as I went to the store today, okay, I was like, these people are definitely not demure. They are not mindful. And overall, I feel like as a society, there's been a lot of loss of mindfulness and demurity and cutesiness, not so, it's whatever. But you know, we could all use a little bit more mindful in our lives, I think.
for sure. Liberty, was this the store that you went to purchase your yellow scarf that you're wearing as an homage to Madonna in Pompeii?
No, it was our famed grocery store, HEB.
H.E. Butt Incorporated.
Yes.
I love that store. No, that's his name.
Yes,
No shade to the H.E.B.
absolutely none. It is the very best grocery store we've got in our great state, and it beats. I've just actually, speaking of TikTok, I watched a TikTok about a guy comparing Publix in Florida to an HEB. Just absolutely no comparison. So.
Well, Liberty,
One day.
thank you for those of you not watching. Liberty put together a little homage outfit to, you can't really see it. She keeps disappearing into the Portofino background. But she did put a little look together. Where did you get your scarf?
So this is from Target, but it is from the Snoop Dogg Brought Us collection. Did have his picture on the it's not the Versace one that I think she's wearing, or is that the Dolce Gabbana?
Maybe I think she's head to toe Dolce and Gabbana for this trip, because, and I say that because I have a feeling they're probably in some sort of like co-sponsorship. So like, God bless celebrities.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know what? I'll come to your house and promote all of your new outfits for your fall line if you pay for my vacation, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Maybe we'll get a photo shoot out of it with some ads. You never know.
Yeah, because remember, she's worked for them before. She did that. I love that that ad campaign where she played the Italian housewife. Remember with the
Oh, good.
with the broom and then the sons, and then she's in the kitchen and
The scrubbing, right? When she was scrubbing the floor.
with the chickens.
Yeah, she's like Upper West Side, walking with that swarthy young gentleman who I assume was meant to be her son, but who knows? Could have been her young Italian lover, maybe. And
because we know what happens when Madonna goes to a photo shoot. She doesn't leave empty-handed.
Yeah, she goes home with party favors.
Yes, she does. And not
May I keep this scarf, and can I take him too?
Yeah,
he's gonna carry
one
the scarf home.
question though.
Yeah.
He's Liberty. Are there Ritz crackers in your lab?
Oh, well, you know, I don't have a young virile boyfriend, so I don't need them, you know, to keep the nausea at bay for our love child.
I honestly, when I saw the Ritz crackers in Deux Mois, when they showed those couple of photos, I was like, I wonder if Ritz has a partnership in this, or if she just likes to. Liberty, what did you say she was eating the Ritz crackers for?
Yeah, to keep the nausea at bay because she's pregnant with that guy's baby.
Okay, we're being very silly right now for anyone listening because clearly we know Madonna's not pregnant with her new boyfriend's baby. But yeah, that's
Stranger Things stuff.
Hey,
I mean, medicine isn't crazy these days.
And hey,
she may not be pregnant, but she's having fun trying, right?
right. And don't tell her to stop. I mean, listen, if the next thing we know, we'd be like, no way. Oh no.
Yep.
She's
Even
gonna
the
do
King of
it.
Carts needs crackers, so.
Yeah, out of all those photos, the only thing that I could take out of it, I mean, what I really enjoyed looking at was the one where she's like on the table and I'm like zooming in on the food, like, ooh, there's pasta.
Oh, totally.
There's a tomato salad. There's a joint, you know, I mean, it's like, it's a perfect dinner.
I love looking at the art direction and stuff like what they plant in the background to make it look like she's had like a frivolous party or whatnot. So yes, so in addition to her being at Dolce & Gabbana's private residence in Portofino, we were also graced with some gorgeous photos that obviously her social guy Ricardo had taken. They were sort of knocking it out of the park with these ones. Like Ricardo and her usually do decent job at feeding us little Triscuits or Ritz crackers here or there. Yeah. But this was like full on like poo-poo platter. Like we got some like it was like a main course. And like it was a big heaping bowl of pasta. Mm-hmm. And I was like sticking my head in it. What did we think?
There were meatballs. There were meatballs in there. Yeah.
Yeah, meatballs for sure.
Yeah.
I was looking for some cannoli, but what were some of our favorite? So if you're looking, my background is Lady in Red, and we were saying this before we went live. Like Madonna just looks so good in red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
I like this look behind me. I love the earrings, the jewelry, the hair, all of it.
Oh, that's like the lace. That's the white lace number. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I like this one, the sort of black lace, dark mother of the Italian shore with the crucifixes and the I love it.
Yeah, and then there was also
that purple eggplant dress. Woo.
Yeah.
That was. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was going to say the sea-swept hair is very Amalfi Coast. You know, it's evocative of. Maybe swept away a little bit.
Oh, there was also it was very, it was her and the boy toy who we're going to talk about in a minute. The one where she's like it's very Future Lovers, where she's like in a pinstripe suit with the little top hat and the veil over her face. That was a good look. And then there was also the look where it was very Bedtime Story, where it's her in the little like lace up. It's, I mean, so many looks. I love that it can I go to Italy and do this many photo shoots? Like when I go to Italy, like if I travel, I'm lucky if I bring a nice pair of shoes and slacks to wear out to dinner one night. Like I'm just like t-shirt, shorts, like the amount of suitcases. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, did she travel with that, or did they just have it waiting for her when she arrived? You know,
I think they had it waiting for her. That's my thought. I mean, of course, I think she has a nice, luggage transport feller.
I mean, don't we? I mean, I assume that these were from the Dolce & Gabbana archive, and they just styled her
for
there,
the fall show.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's beautiful, and they did such a great. And so I was wondering if maybe like there's something larger at play, where like maybe there's. Like you said, Tony, like, who knows? Maybe we're getting like Dolce & Gabbana ads in like maybe the September issue of although that might have already gone to print, but
it might be a launch for something new, like Antipasto, the new fragrance from Dolce & Gabbana, you know, and there's crackers, you know.
Yeah. Whenever this happens, you kind of have to like look at everyone's that she follow. Look at all the Instagrams, and like it's like you're playing like a little like Clue game where it's like, oh, Debbie Mazar in the gondola with the Dolce and Gabbana gown. You know, like you're putting all these pieces together of like who's wearing what. Like, obviously, like Ricardo, he's always, you know, like hiding his face, and he's like, oh, is she in the background? What? You know, it's I'm like, and anytime that I'm like, it's like bald head, tattoo, cover his face. That's Ricardo. I
still don't know what he looks like. I've never seen him.
You didn't see him at the tour? Liberty was like, Get out of my way, Ricardo. Like I saw he was standing in front of her trying to take pictures of her, and Liberty's like moving her head back and forth, and she's just like trying to push him out of the way. He's very frail. He's like, it was very easy. Like Liberty just
take him out by the knees.
She just blew a hearty breath, and he just fell over.
Well, he turned around and looked at me, and he had to do a double take because he was like, Madonna, wait. Oh, never mind. She's on this stage.
What are you doing in the audience?
Yeah.
That's not part of the tour.
It's interesting. I didn't see a lot of the pictures. The algorithm was feeding me all the fan birthday posts and like all the vintage photos and footage. I had to actively go and seek out, like,
me too.
Other than her official photos, like I had to actively seek it out because I felt like more people were giving her birthday love this year than they have the last few years. And I literally Instagram and the Twitter and all of it were just constantly it was all like the sort of vintage and like people's favorite memories and shots from the tour, which was kind of nice. I was like, you don't normally see that the last like 10 years. So that was nice.
Yeah, Ben, I'm so glad you brought that up because I was thinking the exact same thing. There's people that I follow that have never posted about Madonna that are like, happy birthday to Madonna. And I'm like, it's because of the celebration tour. It's like, you know, Madonna is just as prescient as she was with previous tours, but not derided like during Madame X, you know?
Speaking of celebration tour, I'm sure that some of you got a little bit of an eyebrow raise when you read Guy Osiris' text that the celebration tour is over for now. What does that mean? What do we think?
So thank you for bringing that up. I forgot to mention that. People did message, and I was like, okay, let's all calm ourselves down. Let's think logically. So yes, according to Guy Osiris, he was like, again, flaunting how lucky he's been in life because he got the golden ticket to go on the ride with Madonna. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we get it. Yeah. You were at the right place at the right time. You knew the right people, blah, blah, blah. You're a wealthy motherfucker. We get it. But he did say, I'm not jealous.
No bitterness whatsoever.
No, not bitter at all. Not bitter that I'm sitting in my house in Philadelphia, not in Portofino.
I'm too short to be bitter.
Yeah.
We just weren't in LA at the right time because he's like my age, right?
Yeah, he was born the same 50? Year as I was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like, I'm like, it's just this, you know, being in the right place.
He knew somebody. Time. Yeah, he knew somebody at the right time. Yeah.
But he knew Freddie DeMann.
Yeah. As like a teenager, though.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But in his like post, he did say, the celebration tour is over for now. I interpreted that as meaning the era has not ended because we have not gotten the live tour film or the live audio like album. I do not interpret that as she's going to come back again on tour.
No.
I think that the tour, the physical tour is done. She will not do that again. And that the only inferred meaning is that we will get to relive that via the tour film. That's all.
Yeah.
That's why. Did you think it was something else, Liberty? You were booking a ticket to Vancouver again? You're like, she's coming back.
I just always think there's a possibility. I mean, there's always, in my opinion, there's always in the Madonna space, there's always room for live performance. Now, whether or not that means actively touring or possibly putting a residency somewhere where people can come to see her and she doesn't have to move around a lot. She can, Billy Joel's done his residency at Madison Square Garden. I mean, honestly, I feel like she could. And it just also depends on who's paying the money.
Mhm.
What money does she need for her ventures that she's working on as regarding the film? Like, are they going to see the location budget and go 10 more shows, Madonna, you got to do 10 and
Yeah.
we'll get that budget. Who knows? And obviously I know a lot of people are after the physical copy, the hard physical copy of the tour on DVD, Blu-ray. I read actually some musings that people are thinking based on a post made by Valerie Young, something
so
about epics,
Valerie was on a podcast, and
a podcast.
Yes, I would love to have Valerie on the show at some point. But Valerie did say that it's something about epics.
Yeah.
Now she might not be the inner workings.
Which tour was on Epics before?
That was
MDNA.
MDNA. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then because then it did Epics, and then it was on Netflix for a while, right?
But I don't think is Epics even around anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It is?
It is?
Oh yeah,
Where?
yeah.
I thought it was
so
Paramount. I thought it was Paramount now.
Well, you can get it through various places. You can kind of get it on its own. You can get it through Paramount. You can have it as an add-on through Philo. And
See, honestly, there's so many streaming
Sling
platforms.
TV.
It's like, why don't we all just have cable at this point again, you know?
Yeah.
I cut the cord so I wouldn't have to have
saw the
cable.
article. Yeah, well, the New York Times did the whole thing about how Tubi is the #1 streaming service now because people are like, if you're going to make us watch commercials, we're just going to watch the free one. Like, if she really wanted to go crazy, she would put it on Tubi and like get high-end commercials to pay for it and like get viewership out of the box, right? Like,
she'd be smart to stay away from Paramount Plus, who hid Madam X. I remember, like, I couldn't find it. And I'm like, I fucking own this, you know, pardon my French. And, you know, like I paid for this thing and I can't find Madam X or the Madam X Q&A that they released afterward too. And, you know, she deserves a front page, you know, now streaming, you know, presence.
Yeah, if it's not like HBO Max or Netflix, like it has to be one of the big streamers. Like I don't want it to be some rinky dink, like what streamer is this? Nobody has it. Like, and I mean, I'm still holding on hope that we get like a theatrical release for like just a weekend, you know, like Friday, Saturday. I want to be able to see it in like a really big screen with Dolby surround sound
people.
and like,
I want to see it with people again.
Yeah, it'd be fun to just go in like, and dress up, wear the suit again, you know.
Like if we had enough advance warning, I'd be like, Stefan, I'm coming to Philly.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Or like we could all like converge to New York. Like Liberty can fly up and put us up at her suite at the Chelsea Hotel, or you know.
Oh God, no, thank you.
Chelsea Hotel is fun. I've never been. No, I'm sorry. I did. I crashed a wedding party there one time. I don't remember why. We got invited by some drunk guy in a bar, and we ended up people getting kicked out because nobody knew who we were. But it'd be fun, you know. Do a little photo shoot on the balcony. You know,
would love it. Would love that. Yeah, I mean, I do get like the desire for the physical copy. I personally, I don't even know if I have anything to play DVDs on, so I would maybe buy it, but I would probably never actually watch it. I don't have that type of tech in my house. It isn't. Yeah. It's just because I predominantly operate via streaming now. Yeah. So.
Well, it depends. Look, I will watch it. Depending on whether I buy it is how good it looks. Like if I want cinematography like Beyonce's Renaissance or Taylor Swift, like I want top-notch cinematic, like because, and I'm sorry, but like the last couple tour films, I just don't like the way that they've been shot. Like it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, the editing is like chaotic.
Yeah. The last great tour film personally for me was Confessions, you know, like, and I have hope that because Jonas Åkerlund is the one who is directing this one, that hopefully it will look phenomenal.
Yeah.
or just the way Celebration was filmed. I mean, at the Rio show.
Rio show.
The Rio.
Please.
It looks and sounds great. I watched it a few weeks ago, and it's seamless. It goes all the way through. The sound is great. The up close camera shots are good. It's not overly edited.
No,
I don't want it to be. None of us want it to be like Madame X, where she had to go do reshoots, and it was not a good experience for anyone, I don't think. I mean,
it took forever.
Do you guys go back? Yeah. Do you guys go back and watch the Madame X tour? I don't.
No.
I don't.
No.
One time. I've
sick. Watched it a couple times. So. We tried to watch Rebel Heart actually as part of our, because I was going to ask the question, what did everybody do for the actual birthday on Friday? And we went and hung out with my friend Heather, who's a big Madonna fan. I saw her in Detroit with her. And so we wore our little Madonna t-shirts and went out to happy hour. And then we decided, let's watch stuff on YouTube. And of course, Aaron had the request that we watch Linda Richmond SNL when Barbara showed up.
I watched that.
I mean, it's such, and I was like, how do you know I like to watch that every year on Madonna's birthday? But whatever. Oh my God. Her nails like butter. I love it. I can't do that accent, but I freaking love it. So then we tried to watch Rebel Heart, and like, I found the editing so distracting. Yeah. We just gave it up and started watching like random videos and other stuff, which, just art, beauty, amazing. But yeah.
No, for MDNA and Rebel Heart, if I want to relive that tour, I will watch fan videos before I will watch the actual produced tour film, because at least, and again, it's what I liked about the Rio show. You can see her perform. My biggest problem is the cuts are so quick, you can't see what she's doing, and I just I want to see her.
Yeah. Don't they realize that the fans want to see makeup? They want to see hair. They want to see jewelry. They want to see costumes. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, but that's what we want to see. That's what we want to focus on.
Yeah, I want to see her body, because her physicality is it's just so overwhelming to me, how her body looks, how her skin is, and it helps me to sort of relive those up close moments, how absolutely glass-like her skin is, and
it's why during Celebration I was so adamant about recording some 4K video, and I know I don't want to be one of those people that's watching the whole show through my iPhone, so I can get take the whole tour home with me. But each show I was like, let me record certain numbers, and I'll just watch the rest. And I love going back and rewatching some of that footage, because I just focus on her, you can sort of Justify My Love. I think that's probably my favorite one that I've recorded, because it's so crystal clear and so beautiful. And it's just, there's so much movement. You don't have to have flashy camera and edits and this, that. Their choreography is just mesmerizing enough as it is.
I agree.
I think we all know.
Yeah. The Rio video of the opening number, I'm like, oh no, they're going to mess that up with editing and weird special effects. And I'm like, the lighting and that thing, and just have the camera be straight ahead and just have her come up and just... Oh God!
Simple. I think we all agree. We just want it more simple and pared back. We don't want crazy visuals, but we'll see. Hey, let's fingers crossed that Jonas Åkerlund is doing us a solid, and we'll produce something wonderful.
So, how did you three celebrate the High Holy Holiday on Friday?
Tony, how about you?
I was attempting to download the topic of our next episode, and that took up some time, and then I started. You know what I did is I just went on YouTube and I put in Madonna SNL, and I just went down the whole thing, and I always love Madonna and SNL. Their relationship goes way back, and it's kind of like putting on a warm blanket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Tony,
did you watch Fever?
Oh yeah, and Bad Girl, which always slaps.
Oh, that band that night was just
Yeah.
So good.
Fight the real enemy.
Yeah.
Joey Buttafuoco. Google that
and
one,
Ben,
kids.
Yeah. Ben, I heard Madonna was the Mexican, but she just doesn't want anybody to know. Yeah, go check out Madonna on SNL and you'll get all her inside jokes.
Oh God, I have to mute myself for a minute.
Liberty, what did you do to honor Madonna's birthday?
Well, I was going to ask Tony, like, when he was downloading it, did he hear Madonna's voice come on saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" or something like that? What is it
Exactly,
that she
right?
came on
Oh
when
my God.
in the year 2000 when
Yeah.
people were trying to download?
You know?
I didn't. I worked, so I wasn't really able to live all my Madonna fantasies out. I was able to listen to music all day. During the time I wasn't teaching, but that's about it. I really didn't have much. And when I got home, this was the first week of school. I was so tired. I vegetated pretty much. I just zoned
Nothing
out.
wrong with that, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta self-care.
Yeah.
Is always
And of course, I
important.
constantly refreshed Instagram thinking like, surely there'll be some video of the big party or her blowing out a candle, one candle, something, but nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure something's coming. We'll be getting video.
There'll be the official Ricardo curated or her curated video.
But I'm telling you, the fact that we haven't gotten one yet makes it, I assume it means there's some sort of partnership deal with like Vanity Fair or Vogue or Vogue Italia. You know, like there's a partnership and they're preparing it for official publication. Like maybe there's like it's a PR piece. That's because I work in PR, so I know like you have to line things up and they have to, you know, like there's a timing for all of it. And that's, they're just waiting. It'll probably be this week that we'll see it, but like, that's what they're putting all of the pieces in place. And I'm sure Madonna will like say, you know, something about, you know, like, I couldn't think of anywhere better to, you know, celebrate my birthday than the archaeological site of Pompeii. It's rich history, you know, whatever, you know.
Yes. You sound just like her.
I know. It's like, oh my God, I was just channeling Madonna.
Yeah.
You know?
No, Stefan, you're right. That makes perfect sense. And you know, especially since there's nothing that we know about on the slate for fall, winter.
Yeah.
You know, because last year we knew where she was going to be, what she was going to do.
I know. It's always these times where we're like, what's she up to? What's she doing? Where like, I mean, it's fun. I kind of like not knowing stuff because then we're like, the anticipation factor isn't driving me crazy.
I don't know. What was the hardest gap? Was it between Bedtime Stories and Evita? Or between Evita and Ray of Light? There were all these like, it was like almost a year where we're like, what's happening? What's she gonna do? You know?
Oh, good question.
Bedtime Stories to Evita, we got Something to Remember, and that amazing "I Want You" video, which fed me for years. So,
yeah. I think it would have to be. It would have to be a time from when.
I think it's Confessions to Hard Candy, actually.
Yeah,
because there was nothing.
Between
Hard Candy,
MDNA was a whole 4 years. I mean,
yeah, but that had Celebration and a tour and the MDNA line and the Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses and the Hard Candy gym.
There was stuff. Right. Yeah. Well, and I think somebody had mentioned that the stretch between albums continues, where like now it's like I think we're entering 5 years, which is the longest she's ever gone, and no new album in sight. Which again, as I think I've said on the show, and we theorize off the show as well. I assume because she was licensing Like a Prayer for Deadpool, that they wanted to give Like a Prayer a little bit of breathing room to see if it could chart again. It has. I know it has entered the top 10 on the UK charts. I don't think it's performing quite as well in the US, but I think they were trying to like, other than the year that Popular was charting, and now because she wanted to give Like a Prayer a little bit, and then I assume we'll get the next new like out outlet of music will be the live album from Celebration. My hope is that maybe, and you know me, I'm dying on that cross, is that we'll get like a burner single, like a buzz single of some sort. Here's the collaboration with Max Martin and Madonna, and it'll be something to feed us for the fall. Like, come on, just like,
Yeah.
please, Madonna. Like these three people that you see with me on the show are so tired of hearing me ask for new music. Just like help me shut up for a couple months.
I just think it's changed. I mean, with Rihanna, and look how long Beyonce takes between albums and all, because they don't make any money off of albums anymore. So,
but it would make sense to have a buzz single in, you know, like, I mean, I'm still shocked. And Ron Radvinsky, Ron from Icon, he even said it. He's like, why didn't we get a new song on Celebration as like and now here's the future, you know, like we got everything from her beginning, her middle, her up to the, like, but we didn't get like that would have been great to have like as a closer, like some new anthemic song to be like, she's not going anywhere, folks. Here, you know, she's still creating. And I was shocked that we didn't.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I mean, and who knows, 100%, there could have been little things that just changed along the way. And based on her health scare, I feel like a lot of the trajectory was changed just on that event. I think that event dictated a lot of what the next, you know, year would kind of look like for her. So I'm still hopeful with you. I feel like she has something, but perhaps it just isn't the vibe anymore, or she's waiting for a little bit more inspiration. Perhaps it's not cohesive. It feels too Rebel Hearty to her.
Yeah.
Or,
right. Because again, you know, I mean, I would much prefer her to wait and put something out that is amazing as opposed to, you know, some slipshod
Katy Perry duet after those crappy first two singles.
I wasn't gonna mention Katy Perry, but now that you mentioned it, yeah, exactly.
I will.
Look what's happened to her. You know, like she stupidly works with Dr. Luke, and that first single tanked, and I don't even think the second single's doing much. I think people are just pissed that she's has the audacity to one, do a lead single about women empowerment with a man who's basically like abusing women. Like it's just so why? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Also,
and that she totally has ignored it. Well, I mean, well, actually I'll say like there's a little bit of earworminess to Lifetimes. But like I found myself humming it today. I have literally not streamed that song one time, and somehow it's maybe the constant, like, because I have, you know, I do look at her videos on social media, but I guess I'm kind of waiting for her to like say something. Like I don't know. It feels like she totally is ignoring it. But
she's getting the Video Vanguard at MTV, which I assume is part of her PR rollout to try to like get this album on track and get some traction for it. But I was ecstatic that Madonna was not involved or connected to Katy in any way, shape, or form for the rollout of this, because I was
unless she's there to give her the Vanguard.
Oh,
I hope not.
Well, see, now you've got me worried.
I do have that concern. I wasn't thinking about that. Vacation yet?
When is the VMAs?
It's the 11th or something.
September 11th. I think Madonna, we should try to find a way to keep her in Italy.
Madonna?
Maybe there's an Italian variety show that needs a hostess, or maybe, you know.
God.
Maybe Fiat needs a new spokeswoman. I mean, but yeah, let's keep her away from
there's no duet. That just
look, I'd be fine if it was on Madonna's terms, not on Katy's terms. So like if Madonna's doing some collaboration album with a whole bunch of different people, fine. I'm fine having her and Katy do a song, because I would entrust Madonna to be more in control than like Katy. You know, like Katy's, I just imagine it would be a mess if it was on her album, but I don't know.
I don't know. Well, and you know, the thing is also, look, if she is going to bring out new music, it's all the promo that comes with it. It means she's going to be so busy. And perhaps she's just enjoying her life at the moment and isn't really interested in working per se. Like, you know, the other part of that is, I don't know necessarily how much, is it, who is she with? Is she contractually obligated, or I mean, what's like, is she independent now? Like, I don't. Who's she with?
Doesn't have a record deal.
Yeah,
Listen,
so-
she's
Yeah.
sitting up in the Upper East Side counting the receipts on that merchandise sales from the tour. Never mind the tickets. She's counting how much we paid for these. So.
Yeah. I know.
No,
I keep checking the website. Where's the sale? They haven't done Christmas. There better be a Christmas burn off sale, like before there's some like new merch or something.
Yeah, I had a thought on Friday. I was like thinking, I really hope Madonna doesn't feel like she's got nothing left to prove, because she said it so many times throughout her career. She's like, I'm always learning. I'm always interested in doing new things. I don't want to look back. We looked back. Now let's do something,
New
that's
and
gonna,
fresh
like,
and
More on
forward.
brand for Madonna.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I kind of just like, I want it to be her next album. I would love it to be a very cohesive personal album, like a prayer, like something that succinct and every song fits in the same world. Like, I don't want it to be another Rebel Heart where it's like bits and pieces from all over the place and they're just crammed into an album.
Girl album, except this time it's about her death and not her mother's. That's what'll cut. If she really wanted to like do that, though, but you know, when you write about things that are traumatic, and especially where grief is part of it, which is what a lot of my writing has been in the last year or so after my mom passed away, like, you also have to get into the right headspace to access those emotions and then be able to translate it into something. So she may not be ready. We know that she's a Leo and she's sort of like, the fire is burning and I'm going to go. You know, she may not want to deal with it that way. So it's hard to say.
Here's hoping Madam X got her passport revoked so we don't have to do this whole tour around the world, you know, like
Oh,
Stefan
Lord.
says, keep it cohesive, keep it, you know, one theme, you know, one heart, one Madonna.
Two producers, one that does 7 songs, one that does 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, Stuart. You know, like if they weren't doing any new music, what a waste. You know, like I would hope that he was like, "Come on, Madonna, let's just knock out a couple songs while we're here." You know?
Yeah. Can you? I could picture him going up to her, you know, dressing room on tour, knocking on her door. He's like, "I have some ideas here on this tape. Can you listen to them?" And she's like, "Get out of here! I'm dead."
Yeah. I had to put my crown on. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I would hope.
Or she's tinkering. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, you know, in between the rewrites on the movie and the birthday, like, and editing the movie, she's, you know.
Right. I mean, we all
writing
know
some
she's not just
songs.
sitting on her sofa, flipping through a magazine, you know, like sipping some diet tab, you know, like she's busy. She's got stuff going on, you know. I would, you know, I don't know.
Did you guys happen to catch the Nile Rodgers little video of him playing "Dress You Up"?
No.
Yeah, he posted it. It was on
that?
TikTok, and it was. I think
don't do
also I
TikTok.
saw it on Insta maybe, but at least somebody shared it there. But it was really, really good, and he's playing the guitar. The guitar just looks like it has stories. It's so old and looks so, but really cool. Some other, I think it's his singers from his band, who I guess is
fun.
Chick, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, it was really cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Maybe that was his little happy birthday Madonna nod.
Oh,
I
for
don't know.
sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stefan, you never said what you did to celebrate the High Holy Holiday.
I was on an Amtrak train revisiting. So actually, funnily enough, and this is very off brand for me, and I know don't be too shocked. I was listening to Something to Remember, the album. I went ballad Madonna, which, as listeners of this show should know, I am not the ballad queen. I am like, put me on the dance floor. And I was like, I need to hear a little ballad. And so I was literally just from listening the whole train ride, I was like, this used to be my playground, this and that. Like every ballad, I was like, and it was feeding me. I don't know. I was just in a mood. I don't.
What's your song on that one? Like of the new tracks?
You'll see. I think Right, You'll See was one of the new ones, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's You'll See. When that song came out, me and one of my friends in college, we were obsessed with that song, and I mean, just a little, and like it's just so dramatic with all like the little chimes that come in. It's like, you think I have nothing.
Very
Like,
David Foster.
It's so good, and I loved that she did that. The sequel video, like to take a bow. Like we'd never gotten anything like that from her before. And I love that she did it, but it wasn't tacky. Like it was kind of like very classy and well done. And I mean, every time fall, the season, like autumn comes around and leaves are on the ground, I'm like, I need to go sit on a park bench and reenact the You'll See video. Like have a little scarf like drop off on the ground behind me. I love that. Yeah, it's so great.
Funny. Meanwhile, I'm taking off my false eyelashes and throwing them in my drinking glass of water and waiting for that asshole to call.
I mean, look, the I Want You video is gorgeous. It makes me want to have a rotary phone just in my house, just so I can like slam it down.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Like she looks so beautiful with the Rachel hair. And I love that video is so, I love that we're doing a deep dive on something to remember. Surprise. Yeah. I love that.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, there we go. I love that she like, it's such a 90s trope video where like she has the Rachel hair. Yeah. She had like the negligee, the look, like it's old school Madonna. And then there's like those classic affectations of her like in a beautiful hotel room with a rotary phone and whatnot. And I just love that it's like, but it's also timeless at the same time, it's very 90s and then timeless at the same time. So
and then it's that massive attack music.
That's so good.
So orchestral and like also timeless. Like you can listen to it today and you're like, when did this come out? Like, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, just recently I watched this Pedro Almodovar short film with Tilda Swinton called The Human Voice, which was based on a play written by Jean Cocteau. And I'm watching it and I'm like, this is I Want You. Because she's in her room, walking back and forth, waiting for the phone to ring, talking to herself, freaking out about nothing. And it's like, oh, Madonna, once again, great reference,
I was in New York and I had to leave because of time, just my schedule. And so I wasn't able to like participate in any like raucous Madonna birthday parties. But I'm like, I always have Madonna dance parties on my own. So
yeah, me too.
I wasn't out partying, but we had this podcast, so I feel like we celebrate Madonna all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did anyone in the chat tell their extravagant stories about what they did for Madonna's birthday, Ben?
Well, it's been a lot of discussion about just the rumors, like, is the tour, are the remasters coming? Who should she, once we got onto the new music thing, everybody was like, who should she work with? A lot of people are yes on Stewart, some are no. A lot of people want Pat Leonard back.
Oh, so I mean, as we've said on the show before, we've heard the rumor that Pat Leonard is scoring the biopic. So I assume,
makes sense.
If he is, there is no way. And again, if it does not happen, I will be forever pissed at her team and always wonder why they don't hire me. If Pat Leonard is scoring that biopic, if they do not do a song together, it is a missed opportunity. Like how they'd be able to not do a song together for the Oscars, like best song of the year, it would just be a missed opportunity because they would knock it out of the park. Like if there's a chance for her to win an Oscar, her and Pat Leonard putting together some song, I mean, just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And enough of old Hollywood has died off, although I still think Warren Beatty would stop her from getting an Oscar. But,
do you think?
Oh, 100%.
What is he going to do? Put his walker to the side and run up to the stage?
I don't know.
He's in the academy.
He'll work the phones. He apparently is like not cool with her anymore. Okay, what else did people say? Several people watched different tours to celebrate the birthday. And then there was a lot of love for SNL, Madonna appearances. And then there was a lot of love for the I Want You video. That is a very popular opinion. We're all in agreement on its cinematic achievement.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's like, did they already address the second leg? Well, that's just a rumor that people are starting from Guy's post. We kind of think it's just going to be
Yeah.
the tour
Yeah,
video.
I think the official MLVC statement on a second leg of Celebration Tour is it's not happening.
Yeah, I
she's
think
not. She don't want to do that.
Uh-uh.
Logistically, it would be impossible. Everyone's booked their next job.
Yeah.
People don't wait around. Madonna doesn't put people on retainer for 6 months. It doesn't work like that.
You couldn't.
know?
And honestly, I think her next tour has to be a forward-thinking tour, or she's going to be pigeonholed as she's just greatest hits from now on. Like, I don't think she'd be able to. Plus, I don't think she'd want to. I think she'd want to do something innovative and fresh and new and experimental. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what she's thinking, but
I mean, she might just be thinking about the checks now. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I assume the reason why she licensed Like a Prayer for Deadpool is because they paid her $31 million, and
can you imagine?
She needed the money for the biopic. Because
I mean,
that's a heaping sum of money. Like,
but
it's
then it made $1
outrageous.
billion. So, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean,
guess
they
it makes
made the
sense.
investment, but like, when I heard that, I was like, she did that because she needed the change. Like, she wanted, she didn't make money off of Celebration, I guarantee, because of the whole accident, like postponing the dates and then having to, that probably cost her a pretty penny. And so she had to, like, the money that she thought she was going to make, she was like, oh, we need to recoup that. Let's license Like a Prayer,
So it's like a Prayer and merch are paying for the biopic.
Which is, again, if there is not a bundle when that, like a merch bundle, when that tour comes out, that is a missed opportunity because people will buy it. Like, if they did like tour program, I mean, it's going to be on my, like, it's going to be a long tombstone of missed things that I'm just going to have, like, this is how it should have been. Tour program, T-shirt, DVD, CD of all that. People will buy it. I'd buy it.
Oh, 100%. I would pay probably $150 for it. I know. I mean, and she could charge $200 for it and people would still buy it. I mean, people buy, whenever, what was it? That was like a perfume that came out that was limited with Madame X, gone. I mean, the rosaries, gone.
Right,
I mean, people buy it with whatever the price point she decides to set those things for. And artists do that now, right?
Yep.
Big bundles, multi-package bundle opportunities, different versions with extra songs and extra everything. That, yes, some people get irritated by it, but it is a standard almost now that artists will release lots of different versions and people will just, oh yeah, I bought this one. I bought 4 of this one. I bought 10 of this one. I mean,
with the reissues, Ben, I think we won't see a reissue until the tour audio is out. Like, so nothing new is coming until we wrap Celebration, because they just won't want to dilute either. Like, they're not going to be like, here's the Celebration tour audio. Oh, and also here's the Bedtime Story 30th anniversary reissue. They're just not going to want to dilute it. Although, speaking of Bedtime Story,
that's one that I want, because I want the Shep songs that got put in the drawer. I want those so bad.
The rumor is for Record Store Day this October that the Bedtime Story reissue is going to be released with, I've heard, again, I don't know, I don't know, and this is just a rumor, 7 demos that were part of Bedtime Stories are going to be on that release. And I'm like, okay, I don't own a record album, but I will buy one if I need to be able to listen to those
I have
demos.
friends that have record players, so
or like I will march down the street to the local record store and be like, put this on. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I want to dance.
I love.
Will you sit on my dick?
What? Love Won't Wait. And if the other songs that she did with Shep sound that good, I'm like, I want to hear those demos.
Yeah.
Give them to me.
Here's
she
hoping.
had she had that one song, Freedom, that was licensed to a compilation. And then
the Sting song,
and then Let Down Your Guard was the B-side for Secret. So they're in.
But those were Dallas Austin songs, right?
Yeah. Your Honesty ended up on Remixed.
I love Your Honesty. Your Honesty. So, that was like Madonna's That's the Way Love Goes.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot there from those sessions. I don't know about the Shep Pettibone stuff though, because the Love Won't Wait is probably the only one that we know of, right?
But she has said, and he has too, they did 6 tracks, and then she kind of moved on to Dallas, Austin, and they recorded like a whole album worth, and only like 4 or 5 of his co-productions got onto the record in the end, because then she moved on to Nelly Hooper.
Mm-hmm.
So God forbid.
That's what I'm hoping. Like that, because that would get me to buy that. You know what I mean? Like I want unreleased stuff. Okay. Like otherwise, it's like I have the album. I don't need to buy it again. If it's just going to be like, if it just sounds a little better, I'm like.
Yeah, there was also some more Babyface songs I read that they recorded together.
So yeah, but I hear that's coming in the fall. So, and yes, we will be doing a bedtime story 30th anniversary.
Well, we have to do a 30th anniversary. Oh God, I
can't believe 30.
I can. Oh my God, because I feel it in my elbow and my knees every day. But oh my Lord, and not because of what I was doing on my knees in 1994. Anyway, you know,
it's just getting a little steamy in here.
That is one of my albums. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember I was pledging my fraternity in college, and I had to be like we had like table hours where we had to be present, and I like told my friend, I'm like, you have to take me to Tower Records first thing in the morning for when they open, so I can get the CD, because I was like, I had just enough time to buy the CD and then go and do my pledging hours. And I was like listening to it as I was like trying to get ready. Yeah.
Oh, I actually lied to get that album. I was in Houston. I remember that they kept announcing on the radio, like, call in and you'll get Madonna's new album. Call in, you'll get, and this is like September, because they came out in October. So I went to the radio, because my friend used to intern there. I went to the radio station. I told them, I was like, yeah, I won a Madonna album. I came to pick it up. And they're like, what was your name? And I'm like, Tony Trias. They're like, I don't see you. Here, just take it. Okay, bye. And it had a stamp on it too, said not for, distribution or whatever. And I'm like, I walk outside, my friend Jennifer's waiting in the car, and I was like, I got it.
Oh my God, how funny.
It was cool. I felt so bad, yet
how
so good
very
at the same
Nikki
time.
Finn of you.
Right. I have to think. I feel like I went and bought the cassette after classes that day and listened to it in the car on the way to somewhere. Because I remember
you got the cassette at 94. Really?
Oh,
I
got
too.
the cassette and the CD, because I still had a cassette
too.
player in the car.
In the car,
I bought doubles of everything so I could play, because I remember playing I'd Rather Be Your Lover in the car for the first time and just jamming that bass line and just like, oh my God, just like vibrating from the inside out. I love that song. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll save it for the fall. We're jumping ahead a couple months.
Just a preview.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's our show for today. We were going to allegedly talk about, not allegedly, we were going to talk about her alleged new boyfriend, Akeem Morris, but not much to say.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, we already know she's pregnant. All right, bye.
Listen, as long
the
as
Ritz
he
crackers.
as long as he doesn't become like the Madam X boyfriend who decided to get a rapping career going and all that.
Poor kid. What's he doing now?
Exactly. He's signing
Same
an
thing.
NDA. That's what he did.
Yeah, we have. I don't even see him on Instagram anymore.
I don't even remember.
I think
his name.
once in the last 6 months, I think something of his came up.
Yeah.
But
Oh well, that's what happens.
yeah.
Well, everybody,
mess with the queen.
Exactly. Careful.
You'll get the wrong end of the sword.
Remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram, X, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, run Venmo to MLVC Podcast, or click that like button on YouTube and donate via Super Thanks. If you've not yet already subscribed to our YouTube channel, tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Our next episode will be our final movie for 2024's Madonna Summer Movie Series, and that movie is, of course, The Next Best Thing. And man, oh man, was it difficult to track down a copy of that movie. My God. I swear there was more drama trying to rewatch this movie than there was in the courtroom scenes of the movie. So
Yeah. I watched it last night, and I've got a lot to say about
Oh
it.
yeah, I made some copious notes.
I'm waiting until I know when we're gonna do this so that I can like watch it literally like the night before, so it's fresh.
I'm gonna rewatch it now that I have it, and yeah, it's
Okay, wait. I have a bonus challenge for all of us. This week, listen to the soundtrack
yes.
because it stands on its own.
Oh, it's a great So
Yeah.
That's a great soundtrack.
For those people asking, yes, we will be talking about the movie and the soundtrack because the soundtrack deserves to be talked about because it's
produced by Madonna.
It's
and
a
released
Maverick
by Maverick.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a great soundtrack. I mean, I loved it. I thought, again, thought there probably could have been more than another Madonna song or two, but I digress.
Oh, but we got time stood still. Okay,
I
we'll talk about
know.
it next week.
Save it for I think next week. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Before the end of the summer. So coming soon. Okay. Well, let's say goodbye to everybody and then we'll gossip after.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Oh yeah. Ciao, Belle. Ciao, Belle.
Ciao. I can't say that word correctly.
Ciao.
Sounded pretty good.
Oh. In my ears, it sounded like ciao.